What is up? What is good, everyone?
Nice.
Nice timing. But
Right?
yeah, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Sobacksports podcast, and we're so back with another episode, and we have a lot of things to talk about. Free agency is just around the corner, if not pretty much already started. So before we get into today's episode, feel free to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button and comment down below what your thoughts are on so far when it comes to free agency. But obviously, we have CV again on the pod, and my brother has returned. What's up, guys? How we all doing?
I think we're feeling great, man. I mean, it's been a roller coaster of a week. I mean, we have the Dalman retiring. We've got DJ Moore being traded. We've got Max Crosby rumors going up and down in every which way possible. At this point, I have no idea if we're going to trade for him or not. I mean, what more can you ask for as a Bears fan? It's just par for the course for typical Bears offseason.
Exactly. Yeah, let's actually just go straight into it. Like, let's talk about it because this was on no one's radar to happen. It just added another wrench, to say the least, to our free agency. But let's start with Ankit. Like let's start with your thoughts on this, because
Yeah.
man, this is something else.
First, I want to say I'm happy to be back, bro. It's been a while since I've been on the pod,
Hell
so
yeah.
shout out to you, Umrit, for like holding it down. But yeah, I was for this Drew Dalman retirement. I was very shocked. I remember I was like just scrolling on TikTok, and then my friend told me like he retired. I thought he was lying, and then I got the tweet later. Um, I thought this was a very shocking one. I thought he played every game this year, so I didn't see any injuries that happened, but I guess he wants to preserve his body and wants to stay healthy for post football. So I respect his decision, and I wish him the best for his retirement. But yeah, I now we have to figure out another center, which is kind of annoying, but I think with Linderbaum available, there's some another Tyler dude, like
Biadish.
yeah, Biadis that he um visited, and then also we have the draft. I think the center position, I don't think it's like a crazy position to like worry about. I think it's important, but I think we can figure it out. I think what we need to focus on more is the defense, but yeah, it is another problem that we had to fix, and so yeah, I was surprised by it, but um, it's just next man up now.
Yeah, CV. What are your thoughts? Because you had you talked about it on Twitter, and I like how
Yeah.
everyone else has pretty much. But kind of, what was your initial reaction when the news went down?
Yeah, I was actually at work and I'm just scrolling through my phone and everyone's talking about if the Bears, make a trade, it could happen today. And it's like, oh my goodness, I'm just refreshing Twitter. I have my notification set from Adam Schefter and I'm going on my laptop. I work in an office. So every 2 seconds, I'll go from my work computer to my phone. And I looked at my phone and I saw Adam Schefter, Bears. My heart jumped. I was about to scream to my coworker on the next side over, and then I read a tweet, and it's just retirement. And the biggest buzzkill. Just like, how is that? How do you go from trading for Max Crosby to just a 27-year-old center that you've had trouble, filling that position for so many years? He retires, and first off, I want to say to Drew Dalman, happy retirement. At the end of the day, I know a lot of people are upset, but I'm always under the sort of boat about preserving your body, and especially for a position like center. We've seen past NFL players deal with CTE. That concussion movie with Will Smith showed a guy that had to go through that, and so Drew Dalman knows better than all of us. Let's be honest. I can't sit here and say, like, what are you doing? It's actually not that bad. He's the one that has to put in the work for the past 5 years. He knows the dangers. His dad played in the NFL. He knows the dangers as well. Yeah, I get it. Like, I absolutely get it. Preserve your body, and yeah, like you said, next man up. Tyler Biadish, whatever his name
Biadish.
is. Biadish.
I had a trouble time.
Yeah, I
pronouncing his
still
name.
can't. I still can't.
Yeah.
Either him or I've seen Connor McGovern flying around, And I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly. I think when you have Jonah Jackson and Joe Tooney on both sides, I think you can kind of get away with not having like super elite center play. You can also draft a guy. We just talked about Jake Slaughter or some of the other guys. There's a guy from Iowa too, I believe.
Logan, someone I forget
Yeah,
his name.
someone I think Logan Hall or something. I forgot. But yeah, no, I think we'll be fine there. Honestly, I don't think this really changes a whole lot. The people are acting like the world's falling apart. I don't think so. Yeah, it sucks, but we can find upgrades. We got Ben Johnson. We got Dan Ruchar. We'll be okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like we have Ben Johnson. I feel like he can figure out the offensive line and the offense. I have no worries about the offense. Like I agree with whatever you said there. Like I think when it comes to the offense and the offensive line and the run game, Ben Johnson knows he's like a master at that. Like he's like an offensive savant, and that's what you want from your coach. So again, I think personally we should go for defense, like heavy in the draft or like trade. But I know we're gonna get to that. But yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also what's crazy is that I mean, a part of me agree, like I completely understand it from that perspective. Like, yeah, Ben Johnson is there, and I trust him to be able to figure this out and whatnot. But around the league and around like because Drew Dalman was a different kind of center where he was able to call plays. He was able to see and read the defenses and read what kind of scheme that they're running and whatnot. And that's what allowed Caleb Williams to kind of grow and kind of develop. And that's one thing that aided his development. And, with him now going into year 3 with a new center, again, it's going to be a little bit of a tricky situation in a sense because Caleb got those verbal cues from Drew Dalman. And that's one thing that is going to be hard to kind of replicate unless you go for someone like a Tyler Linderbaum who has experience and who is known for reading the defense. And that's why his price is absolutely like through the roof right now because his experience and his expertise is like not of a typical center. And that's the one thing I think Ben Johnson wanted because like if you go back to Detroit, they had Frank Ragnow, who was kind of a similar like build or similar play style for a center when it comes to Drew Dalman. He kind of wanted to replicate it by getting Drew Dalman to kind of be that Frank Ragnow for Caleb Williams. If that makes sense. So while I do completely understand that it's not necessarily like the end of the world in a sense, I do want to like holds like cause for pause in a sense where I think that it's a little bit of a necessary thing going into this free agency, and whether you address it in free agency or through the draft, that's completely fine with me. And I trust Ben Johnson's intuition when it comes to that. But I just think that if the opportunity presents itself, I don't mind going for someone in free agency like a Tyler Biadasz, or if we have the space in which we're looking like we're going to have the space, go for someone like a Tyler Linderbaum, along with maybe Max Crosby. Because if we can generate enough cap space, we can definitely afford both of them. It seems. I'm not sure if the math is mathing right now for me, but I'm seeing a lot of places where you can, like, in theory, do it. And like 3 years down the line, we actually have a lot of cap space to work with because of how good Ryan Poles has been with, decent contracts and long-term contracts that have been moved over. And yes, I agree. Not all contracts are good from Ryan Poles. I completely get it. I'm not mistaken that. But I'm saying from the perspective of like what it looks like on Sports Track, it's looking like we're in a pretty good shape in terms of cap space. And that was something I was really worried about. And we had conversations on you and I off the platform about this and how my skepticism for, getting Max Crosby was like, okay, we're going to give up a lot of capital for him. And that we're going to be talking about Max Crosby in a couple more minutes or a couple more, something like that. But things like that it's what this wrench, I think, kind of like expanded across a lot of different avenues for the Chicago Bears in the terms of free agency. And that's something that I'm a little bit skeptical on, but this moves to my next point. Oh, do you want to say something, Ankit?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, I agree with you. I think every position on the football field is important. I mean, it takes all 52 men to
53.
win a sorry, 53, sorry.
Sorry,
To
yeah,
to win a Super Bowl. Like, everybody has to contribute. And I think maybe it's just me, like, because maybe I'm just a casual when it comes to the offensive line, but I thought that, like, center's, like, I don't know, maybe you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know, is center the most important position? Or, like, I thought left
it's one of
tackle was,
them.
right?
It definitely, it
Okay.
I
definitely,
say second. That's always been my opinion. Left tackle and then center
yeah,
in today's
because
NFL.
center, because the thing is, the reason why it's important is because
Mhm.
the Bears have struggled to get that position right, and a lot of offensive lines are predicated on having a really good center. And
Okay.
if you don't have a good center when it comes to the chemistry that you build with your quarterback and your center tandem, like that breaks apart a lot of it. Like if you saw, for an example, the Packers game against us, you know how many times they fumbled a snap? And you know how even in the past when we had Stan Mustafer and Lucas Patrick, you know how many times how many issues we've had because of like lack of awareness, lack of ability to block down the middle because your nose tackles that you're facing right across, like they go one way and the center goes the other way, and it leads to a wide open sack for the quarterback. Like things like that and miscommunications will lower a lot if you have a really good center. And that's
Okay.
just me, I think.
My only thing is, like, my only pushback is, like, I just saw our team last year, like I think our offense was like really good. Like I think, like, obviously we need to start better, but like I think our offense was like good, and I just think that I wouldn't want to spend, like, maybe it is worth the price to give him 18 million because he's like one of the best, but I'd rather like spend the money on like defense because we're gonna lose Tremaine Edmonds. We're gonna lose like probably Gervon because I think we're gonna trade him.
No,
So
I think
like
that he's staying. He's
he's
staying.
staying. Okay, we're gonna keep him. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
makes
good. And we're gonna lose our safety in Brisker, maybe Byard too. It's like 70-30 with Byard. So
I hope
like
we keep
we're
him.
gonna
But yeah.
yeah, we're gonna lose a lot of people. So like my thing is I would rather just like give Dennis Allen a good defense. Like because I think Caleb in the offense will be fine. I think we get a cheaper replacement that's serviceable. He can play, he's a good starter. I think that's good. I don't think we need to go big fish hunting with Linderbaum. But like, don't get me wrong, if Linderbaum comes to the Bears, I'll be really happy. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, I'm gonna hate the move. Like I like it, but I just really, I know we're gonna get to it, man, but I really want Max, man. You know how much I
yeah,
like Max Crosby, bro. Like I've been saying this for like
Oh,
3
we all
years.
do.
No,
yeah,
but I've been saying for 3 years to get Max Crosby, bro. And I've been wanting this guy. Like, I think he's a top 5 edge rusher in the league, and he can definitely. Dennis Allen's defense could definitely get a lot better when you get a force multiplier like him. But I know we're gonna get to him later. Also,
Yeah.
another thing, like, do you Colts linebacker Zaire
Fire
Franklin
yeah. I
might be
saw.
traded, so like maybe we go for him. Like,
It's funny because I saw linebacker and I was like, "Oh shit! Did Tremaine Edmonds finally get traded?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Nope, damn it!" Like if
Yeah.
you guys saw me stutter when I was talking about it, it was because I saw that on my phone and I was like, "Ah, man, come on."
Yeah.
yeah, maybe we go for him for like
Yeah,
linebacker depth.
and I was actually going to speak on the O line thing too as well. Part of the reason why I value the center position so much is because, and you guys maybe have seen me post on Twitter about this. I'm a very big fan of having really good defensive tackle play. Like if we can't get Max Crosby, I'm all in on the boat of trying to go after a Dexter Lawrence or somebody. Because if you look at the past 5, I believe, Super Bowl winners, let's go Seahawks, Leonard Williams and Byron Murphy. The Eagles had Jalen Carter, Milton Williams, and Jordan Davis. I mean, that's a great trio to have with D tackle. Chiefs got Chris Jones. Rams had Aaron Donald. Bucks had Vita Vea. I mean, you go down the list of all these guys, all these teams that have had really good defensive tackles, and they've won because of those great defensive tackles. So if we can recognize that interior pressure is really good for a defense, wouldn't we also want to say that protecting against that interior pressure is also important as well? So, and to your point, I don't know if I'd want to pay Linderbaum what he's asking because recent reports have actually said he's asking for like 25 million, which
25 mil.
Which is insane to me. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I want to pay that much.
Yeah.
I capped it out at 20, and even that's pushing it. Like you said, like I would be happy if he's on a team, would be having a great offensive line. He's a guy that's arguably just as good, if not better, than Dalman, but for a much more steeper price point. Not sure if it's worth it. Tyler B. I'm just gonna say Tyler B from now on. Tyler B is my like cheaper replacement. I think what you're getting out of him is great value. The fact that he was just cut by the Commanders too also kind of lowers his value as well. So maybe we could take advantage of that. Dan Rushar, being the O-line savant that he is, I think he can fix whatever issues that maybe the Commanders couldn't. So I really like having a decent center. Obviously, we're not going to throw Luke Newman there. I highly doubt it. And I mean,
he might as well, because I think he did have some playing time. I think we drafted him like fifth round in the fifth round.
Sixth round, yeah, sixth round.
I thought Dalman played every snap.
He did. He's just he played all around. Luke Newman. He played sometimes at center in the preseason or guard. He has experience there. I just don't think he's gonna get that experience just yet. It's way too risky of a move to just throw a 6th round pick that has almost no NFL experience and say, hey, go ahead and perform against these great defensive lines, especially in our division that has a lot of really good defensive lines and defensive coaches. I think and I think I actually saw reports that Ryan Poles, he much rather have a veteran at center instead of a rookie or a young player. So I think that answers that question.
I just think that I know I already said this, but I want a good defense, dude.
Me too.
I think last year I was fine with it because we wanted to see if Caleb could take that step, and we know he can take that next step now. Now I just want a defense because I want to see what Darren Allen can do. So I'm all for the Tyler guy, the other Tyler. There's 2 Tylers, but the other one, the cheaper one, because that would help us more and help us get a better defense. Maybe get Cameron Curl. I don't know what linebacker is available, but Dexter would be good too. But I don't know if the Giants are going to get rid of him.
But they're planning, or they're thinking about it. Or Kayvon Thibodeau, they're thinking about for sure.
Yeah, I'd rather go for Crosby, though. I'm not Thibodeau. Thibodeau's so mid, dude. I've been saying it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm fine with either or. I lean more towards Dexter Lawrence only because it's cheaper, and I truly believe in the interior pressure being so important. When you look at a lot of the top edge rushers like Crosby, like Garrett, like Parsons, none of them have even sniffed a Super Bowl. Whereas it seems like a lot of the top defensive tackles have rings in this league. And so
I think Chris Jones is an outlier though, because he can play edge too. I think Chris Jones,
but he plays defensive tackle mainly.
Yeah, and you have Aaron Donald that won a ring. You've had Leonard Williams that won a ring. You've had Jalen Carter that's won a ring. You've got Vita Vea that won a ring. It's a lot of these and keep in mind we're talking about defensive tackles at the time when they won. Von Miller, yes, he has a ring, but it wasn't until we knew the start of the defensive line. Back when they won it with the Rams was Aaron.
No, I'm talking about 2016 with the.
True, yeah, 2015 with the Broncos. Yes,
2015. Yeah, he was the MVP. I thought.
I think it's a new league though. That's the thing. But my point is that I agree with you. I still want Max Crosby. What I actually, and I'll say something too about Max Crosby because I was watching a lot of his highlights. I don't know why nobody discusses this, but I think he's one of, if not the greatest, run stuffing defensive ends in NFL history.
Yes.
I've never seen a highlight reel, albeit just 2025 or throughout his career. I have never seen anybody get to the backfield as fast as he does. Myles Garrett, great against the run. TJ Watt, great, whatever. Micah Parsons has that little bit of weakness to run. None of them are as good as Crosby against the run. Obviously, they've got the one up on the pass rush, maybe, because Crosby still, only 10.5 sacks last season compared to Myles Garrett, 23. He can have that, but Crosby is sort of the most complete player, just being able to have that elite rushing upside, but with just ultra dominant against the run. It's insane how he just recognizes plays. The running back gets the ball and immediately just tackle. It makes no sense from an edge rusher.
Just imagine Montez Sweat. He's gonna get sacks now too, and
everybody
is gonna get sacks, and that's why we need someone like Crosby, man. And go force double teams and give Montez Sweat one-on-one opportunities and Gervon one-on-one opportunities.
Dude, keep in mind he's been doing this his entire career with absolutely no help. The most he had was Christian Wilkins for that little bit of time before they cut him. I think that was, I don't know who else they had. Tyree Wilson was a bust. He was supposed to be the next man up. Crosby has been doing what he's been doing by himself. At least Myles Garrett had Mason Graham and some other guys there. TJ Watt had Alex Highsmith. Aaron Donald had Von Miller. Chris Jones had George Karlaftis. Dude, Freaking Crosby has had nobody, and he's been elite. Like, imagine you put him with Sweat. Imagine you, even with like Jervon Dexter, he's not elite by any means, but he's got some pass rush upside, and who knows, he could break out now that if you put Crosby on that D line. It's too much, man. This needs to happen for real. Like Ryan Poles pulled the trigger, man.
Yeah. Speaking of pulling the trigger, Ryan Poles did do something this morning, and we kind of alluded to it. And it's someone that he's been on the team for quite some time, and we kind of shown a little bit that he was going to be leaving. But DJ Moore is now officially a Buffalo Bill, and the compensation was a second-round pick that goes to the Chicago Bears in 2026, and we give DJ Moore along with the fifth-round pick in 2026. So, let's actually take a look at something that I have pulled up right now, because it puts into perspective how crazy, the Bryce Young deal was. Because
the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, because it continues. Even in the big 2026, you're seeing a 2023 trade reap some of its benefits,
Yeah.
You give Bears traded the first overall pick, which in 2023, which was Bryce Young, and Bears received 3 years of prime DJ Moore, Darnell Wright, a current All-Pro, right tackle, Tyreek Stevenson, still the jury's still out on him. Caleb Williams, stud. Torrey Taylor, pretty good at punting. Luther Burden III, absolute demon. And now that we traded prime DJ Moore, we're getting a 2026 second round pick. Man, this trade has to go down as one of the best. I just can't believe Ryan Poles
the best
got away with it, honestly. But yeah, and even this trade, and what's even crazier about this trade is that the Bills are taking, if not all, of DJ Moore's contract this coming season, and I think next season, and they're making it like a lot of it just a sign-on bonus, if anything. Yeah, let's see, Stevie. Let's start with you, because this is one of the crazy trades that happened. I knew that something was going to happen today, and this happened to be the one. Walk us through your emotions during when you found out this news.
Wait, before that, bro, holy LeBron, bro. Like, I knew this was gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, dude, I knew it.
LeBron statement, bro.
No. I knew, like, because there was rumblings that something was gonna happen according to like.
I was playing.
But I mean, I didn't expect DJ Moore. I thought it was gonna be like a Tremaine Edmonds deal, or like Tremaine Edmonds was cut or something like that. But I didn't expect DJ Moore to get traded today.
I mean, I didn't. I knew it was gonna happen, just I didn't know when it was gonna happen. But bro, the first immediate feeling was, wow, I'm super sad because he was one of my favorite players, but it was a necessary move. I mean, I don't know why there was a rather large group of the fan base that was seriously like, okay, we can maybe restructure him, or we could ask him to take a pay cut. I never believed for a second that there was any other way here. We were going to trade him. It was just a matter of when and how much we were going to get back for it. And I'm glad Ryan Poles listened, because there were so many people that were saying to restructure DJ Moore. And I'm like you're going to make a 30-year-old DJ Moore in 2027 paid $30 million, a guy that finished with 600 yards. Where, in what universe is he going to just get better and make that money worth it? Absolutely not. He was just going to plummet his value to the point where you're probably just going to have to cut him anyway. So the fact that we got a second-round pick, I mean, first off, I don't know about you guys, but the compensation took a long time to come out, and I was getting really antsy with that. But
yeah,
when they said it was a mid-round pick, I'm like, okay, in my mind, I had gone through so many DJ Moore trade scenarios in my mind. I was like, okay, the dream scenario, second-round pick, probably from a team from the Patriots or Bills or whatever. Or a third-round pick would be hopeful. That'd be great. Fourth-round pick is kind of what I expected. Anything less than that would just been disappointment. But the most important thing was just a salary dump, right? You need to make room so that you can go ahead and build this defense up. To get a second-round pick, and all you have to do is just throw in a fifth-round pick, I mean, that is just robbery. absolute robbery. And for me, I have to think about it from like a Bills fan's perspective as to why they did this and, what happened here. And the only two conclusions I can come up with is, was there a bidding war between the Patriots and the Bills? Considering they both have pretty much equal needs at wide receiver. They're both, Super Bowl contenders. We just saw the Patriots in the Super Bowl. They're both division rivals, so it would suck for one of them to have, what they want. Or the second scenario was the fact that the Patriots were just fine with not having DJ Moore because he doesn't really fit the timeline of such a young roster with Drake May. They might rather go after a AJ Brown, or they might rather just draft a rookie receiver and pair him with a young quarterback like Drake May. Whereas the Bills, Josh Allen is I don't know if he's 30 years old yet or if he's creeping toward 30, but the human body is going to eventually deteriorate on him. He's not going to be able to move the same as he did when he was 25. So they might be thinking, I know we're paying a lot, but let's just get this move done now. We need a wide receiver, a wide receiver one, or a guy that can play like a wide receiver one, and DJ Moore. He's got some juice left in the tank. You pair him with a guy like, Josh Allen, he'll do great. And I'm very happy, first off, that DJ Moore went there, because a lot of us had him going to the Raiders in a trade package for Crosby. Mm-hmm. And as sweet as that would have been, it hurts me. It would have really hurt me knowing that after his finally having a winning season in the NFL, that he goes right back to poverty in the Raiders, and with Fernando Mendoza and a team without Max Crosby, and just it would have been sad to see that, for him to have to go to the Raiders. So I do like that he is going somewhere now where pretty much for sure, barring some crazy injury or some crazy downfall, whatever, he'll be in a very good team, 10 plus wins, playoff bound, likely division winner, whatever. So happy that DJ Moore went to a spot that I'm pretty sure he'd want to be at. Sad that he's gone because he was a fan favorite. It's funny because last Christmas, not last Christmas, but the Christmas before, I had gotten my girlfriend's dad a DJ Moore jersey, thinking that he was going to be here for a long time. Funny enough, I got him the wrong size, so he ended up returning it, and I'm glad that it didn't work out because,
well, shit.
Oh,
yeah, I got him that, bro. I thought you were gonna get forever.
Damn. Where'd you get that?
Wait, I think we got it on Fanatics or something.
Yeah,
like
Fanatics.
That?
Yeah.
Well, when did you get that?
Like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so I thought you got it like recently. I was like, okay.
Wait, was it 2023 or 2024?
Yeah, I got it for you 23 when I was a freshman.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
When we got them in the first place. Yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I thought you got it like, I don't know, this past Christmas. I would have been like, yikes. But
yeah,
but no, my point being is that first off, great trade by Ryan Poles. Let Ryan Poles cook. Getting that 60th overall pick makes honestly a trade for Max Crosby like a little bit more easier to make, considering you now have another top 100 pick. And if the NFL wants to stop screwing us over and give us our compensatory picks for Ian Cunningham, that'd be great as well, so we can add yet more arsenal to a possible trade, or just more arsenal in general for the draft. We'll see what happens, man. But shout out DJ Moore. Thank you, DJ Moore, for everything, for all the great moments. The Packer killer himself. I know the Packer fans are happy, that he's gone, but they're gonna have to see more of Colson Loveland and Luther Bird and Roma Dunze. So I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, DJ Moore, a Bear for life, man.
Yeah, for sure. And also another thing is, actually no, I'll bring this up when we talk about Max Crosby. But yeah, Ankit, how about you go ahead with your?
Yeah. Look, I like DJ, man. Like, I was the guy that advocating that he gets the ball more. Like I remember we had Claus on the pod, and I was like, yo, we got to get DJ more involved, bro. And I really liked him a lot. I really wish he still was on the team, but I do get the financial, like I get it, like the reason why we did it, and it made the most logical sense. But if cap space was not a thing, I would love for him to be on the team. But yeah, he did great things, especially in 23, 1,300 yards. But I just felt like him and Caleb never had that, like, I know he had moments, but I feel like him and Caleb never had that connection. And like he had with Rome, even though Rome drops the ball, which he needs to improve on that, but Luther, even Colston, Komet, like I feel like he had more connection with all of them than DJ, and we just saw his production dip every year down. even though I felt like DJ still played pretty good, like I still thought he was getting open. I think that him and Caleb just didn't have that rhythm and timing, like Caleb had with his other receivers. So I think it was the right move. I mean, we gave the Buffalo Bills our third best receiver. I mean, statistically at least, for a second round pick, which is a fleece. But I don't really think it's that crazy of a fleece because I think Josh Allen's that good that like DJ Moore will be at 1,000+ receiver next year. He'll be a must start in fantasy, I think, now because he's gonna be the number one receiver, and yeah, he's gonna get a lot of touches. And I think, I agree. It does give DJ Moore a chance to, go and compete because this is his first year since high school that he finally had like a winning season and made it to the playoffs. Got that win. I'm so happy he was on this team this year. And yeah, he's gonna play with another elite quarterback in Josh Allen. So his numbers are gonna get definitely better. And what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I just think that I wish he was traded to the Raiders because I thought that the trade would be easier to get Max, but that's just me being a fan. It's not best for DJ obviously, but I think me being as a fan, I thought he would be a perfect trade piece for the Crosby trade because they kind of make similar kind of money, so we could have got the money to work, but and it would have made like we didn't have to trade as much picks now, but I think we had to give more picks now because we don't have an elite player to give that the Raiders would want. Maybe they want Tremaine, I don't know, but
I mean, they might. I mean, they might just throw him in just for the sake of it. But
yeah.
But you know what's even crazier about DJ Moore is that he's never missed a single game for the Chicago Bears as a wide receiver. And
Really?
he's played every single game. Like,
I swear he missed a game.
No, he's been hurt in the middle of the game. Like maybe he didn't finish the game, but he's been every single game he's played.
He started every single game.
Yep.
Yeah. The only games he's ever missed in his career were back when did we start getting 17 games? It was 2021, right?
Yeah.
2020, yeah.
Yeah, because he's only missed 2 games, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, you're right. Actually, I swear I've seen him in the injury report so many times. I guess
he's on the injury report.
He's always on the injury report. He just fights it off and just I don't know what he does. He freaking
I remember Cole Kmet did that. Like I remember Cole Kmet never missed a game in his life.
Yeah,
like,
Cole Kmet
but then he missed one, and then
I
didn't know DJ.
Against the who was he? Who did he miss against?
He missed it against the Bengals. The Bengals.
No, he played against No, he got injured at the Bengals game. He missed, I think, the Lions
Giants game.
Or Giants, yes.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Cole Kmet got hurt, like Colson Loveland popped off, and like that was his breakout game. But and also what's crazy is that he missed, if I'm like in Carolina, he missed in one game in 2020 and one game in 2019, and every other game he's played, which is insane to me. And I remember, I think Bills are getting a really good wide receiver, at least a very durable one to say the least. And it sucks because I remember my brother and I went to the first ever preseason game when he played for us, and first catch ran it in for it was a screen pass from Justin Fields, and he just ran past everyone, and we were on the other end. I mean, no, not the end. We were on the end where he was coming towards, and it was a beautiful moment. And I think I really wished it it culminated to more playoff success, but it was at the end of the day like a rebuild. It was a part of a rebuild. He was definitely being a part of a rebuild.
I mean, he did. Packers game, man. He ended the Packers season.
No, I know. I'm saying and then he scored a touchdown in that last Week 18 game against the Packers when they were starting Malik Willis and all that. And then obviously this game as well. I mean,
they started Love that game. No, Love got hurt.
Oh yeah, true. But either way,
for every game.
I was gonna say too. Speaking of Justin Fields, I think low key the Bills should bring in Justin Fields as a backup and have him sit. I mean, if Josh Allen gets hurt, there's your quarterback wide receiver duo right there, man. And it's kind of a similar system.
I don't think.
Yes.
I would love that, But the thing is, they're definitely fine with Mitch Trubisky right now because every time Mitch Trubisky comes in, he
Imagine
just
have both. All the Bears
Yeah,
quarterbacks go to Buffalo.
Bro,
That'd be great.
Mitch, no, bro.
Mitch has been cooking, dude. He cooks
Yeah.
every time he's the backup.
Put some
But
respect on
only,
the MVP, bro.
dude.
Bro,
Mitch,
he cooked the Jets, bro. I could cook the Jets.
yeah, that's fair.
The Jets, bro. Like, come
No,
on.
but I'm just saying, like, I don't think they're gonna like. I think if there's a better spot, I don't think maybe the Bills isn't the best idea because it's like they
If
already
Trubisky's under contract, I don't think they'll sign him.
he's under contract, right?
Okay,
I
so
would
then
assume so.
probably
He's
not. If for whatever reason, you know, maybe I don't know,
Maybe.
2027, you know,
Maybe.
I just think it'd be a great insurance option. I think Justin Fields is better than Trubisky, you know, but
I mean,
Yeah.
no, I want him to go to the Vikings, bro, or the Packers.
oh god, the Packers would be insane. Oh,
But
seeing
no.
Justin Fields in green and yellow,
Dude, he did say in the interview that the Packers have good jerseys. He did say that. No, he did.
Of course he did. Yeah.
oh,
Remember?
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I would love.
I mean,
it,
to
bro.
be fair, Trubisky was a Packers fan growing up too, and it was
Dude,
like it's
imagine like what like if Malik Willis can get improved in the Packers, bro. Like
I'm not saying that like all right, this is a huge tangent, but like I just don't think I agree the Packers can develop him, but I cannot get myself like I will start disliking listen, I already have like a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to Justin Fields now because of like the talk post Justin Fields era and like the fact that people are like, oh, we shouldn't like even to this day are still saying that we should have kept Justin Fields over Caleb Williams and Justin Fields would have done something for us or whatever. Like that's another thing. But I'm talking about
how's that his fault?
it's not his fault. He's a great dude. He's one of my
No, I just think
one of the reasons why I watch.
like if you want to like resurrect your career, bro, there's 3 destinations, bro. In my opinion, the Vikings, the Packers, and the Niners. Those are
Just go to the Niners where you should have gone.
Oh, the Niners are not. But the problem is the Niners are not because they have Mac Jones under contract. I'm telling you, these are like 2.
We don't know yet.
opportunities.
Mac Jones is not yet under contract yet.
No, he is. He's still under contract. Like they have to trade for Mac Jones. They're like, no, yeah, you have to trade for
that's true, yeah.
Dude, the
Oh,
Vikings
God.
have an opportunity. Like, I think he can battle with JJ McCarthy. And if not, sit under Kevin McConnell. That's fine with me. And then the Packers, I mean, him and Jordan Love are literally like best friends too.
That's
Like,
true.
Like they're actually good friends too. Like it works out, bro. And I
I
just
don't
like
know.
I just one thing I'll give about Packers because this is kind of relevant, and I'll give like Matt LaFleur a lot of credit, bro. Is that guy can develop quarterbacks, bro? That's one thing he can do. He can develop quarterbacks really well and have a really good offense. Because I know, like Malik only played 3 games, bro. He looked good. He actually looked good, bro. And I genuinely think whatever team gets Malik, they're gonna get a good quarterback out of him. I just think Tennessee just did not know what they were doing with him.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm scared of Malik though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. He
30 mil a year.
30
Well.
well, not even the money, honestly. It's just the quarterback itself. Like LaFleur's system is so much. That's why I've never agreed. Anytime the Packers fans would say fire LaFleur, I'd be like, as a Bears fan, please do, because that would be the dumbest mistake your franchise will ever make. I have a lot more respect for LaFleur than I feel some Packers fans do. And I really think that when I look at some quarterbacks, you can just tell that, you know, are they doing good because they're just that good or because their system is allowing them to be that good? And don't get me wrong, there's a world, you know, where Malik Willis has a Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold career arc and he turns it around. I'm not definitely discounting that, but
He's nice.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's almost gonna be like, I'm trying to think who's a quarterback that like I don't know. It's kind of like Geno Smith. Like yeah, he turned it around, but he was never like a top quarterback, you know, like in his league. And then obviously he went to the Raiders, and that's pretty much where everyone goes to die. But like I don't know, if Malik Willis is gonna be that good on the Cardinals too. I don't think so.
Dude, I think on the Cardinals gonna be amazing, dude. You have Trey McBride, Marvin, Michael Wilson, James Conner, bro. Like, dude, I think
Who's
the
their
Cardinals
coach?
Wait, Connor, I think is about to be released.
and Mike LaFleur. Okay, yeah, okay. They're gonna probably.
Oh, Michael LaFleur. Michael LaFleur, we're gonna have to see about that one because that's an unknown. But
but he was a coordinator for the Rams. Like he was the
true.
Stafford's MVP year. Like I think the Cardinals is a slept on team. Like I think Bajan, if he goes there, bro, he's gonna have a great year, bro. I think Bajan's gonna he's gonna cook with like the Cardinals.
I think he should go. Honestly, I've been saying he should go to the Dolphins because there's guys there that know him. They know Jeff Hafley knows Malik Will. He knows his tendencies.
Yeah.
He knows what will work with him. He knows that. Like I don't know where even the Cardinals. I know that this is the worst year to need a quarterback. First off, like after Fernando Mendoza, there's quite literally nobody except maybe like Ty Simpson from Alabama.
Yeah.
But like other than that, it's like yikes. We got people talking about trading seconds for Bajan or throwing 30, 40 mil at Malik Willis, and it's just like yikes.
Just don't go to the Jets, bro. Like just
oh
don't.
please, no, yeah, no. If he goes to the Jets, he's cooked.
That's why Dante Moore was like, yeah, I'll just stay in college. Yeah, I'm all right.
I just wish I wish Justin did not do that, bro. Go to the Jets, bro. He ruined.
He should have stayed in Pittsburgh, dude. It seemed like he was working out like decently there. I know that he wanted to start, but like, dude, just I don't know.
I mean, he got 30 million, but like, dude, come on.
He stole 30. No, actually, no, he can't because because he only gets like half of it.
No. So his contract was 2 years, 40 million. He gets 30 million guaranteed.
Wait, did he get 30 guaranteed? Did he get officially released? Yeah.
I don't know if it's official, but I think they.
I just keep hearing reports about it.
Like a quiet release, I think.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's like he did the Matt Nagy one where they like quietly like moved on from him too.
Yeah, but also,
yes, sir.
I think this kind of a decent segue into the next topic, and we kind of alluded to this as well. Max Crosby, and we were talking about this how like we got reports about like, Adam Schefter was like, he doesn't see the Bears in the driver's seat of this deal right now. However, I just came across the post right now by Illinois 2 Natty, shout out him, where he says trades where Adam Schefter said I'd be surprised if and was wrong. Russell Wilson going from Seattle to Denver.
Oh, I see it. Yep.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill going from Kansas City to Miami. AJ Brown, Tennessee to Philadelphia. Christian McCaffrey from Carolina to San Francisco, and Khalil Mack from Chicago.
Khalil Mack. Dude, why the fuck? Dude, I keep hearing that. I was so obvious when it happened. I'm like,
yeah, I thought so too.
Me? Like, what?
I've
had multiple people tell me that. I'm just like, dude, it was not clear enough that Ryan Poles was trying to rebuild. He's gone. Like,
I don't remember the Khalil Mack days, bro. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I'm a 2022
fan. Football during that time, honestly. But
I've been a Bears fan since 2022, so I don't know anything from like the Monsters of the Midway, anything.
I've been a Bears fan all my life, but I didn't start paying attention to football until 2015, 2016, like kind of. And then I didn't start really getting into football until 2018, which was, that beautiful year. And then I got into college football when Justin Fields got drafted. And that's why I'm an Ohio State fan. But just remembering Khalil Mack leaving, I remember like same thing with DJ Moore. I had the exact same reaction. It's like, okay, like, yeah, it sucks, but this needs to happen.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't expect Khalil Mack to go ahead and be just as good into his, mid 30s, which was pretty wild. And had we known that, I'm pretty sure maybe Ryan Poles would have just kept him, or at least try to get a first out of him. Which was, I think, the only disappointing part was like we couldn't get a first round pick.
It was a second.
It was like a second and something else.
Oh wait, no. Or was that for Roquan that we got a second in?
No, we got a second from Khalil Mack as well. We got 2 seconds.
Honestly, it's been a while, so I forgot.
Yeah, we got 2 seconds because we had a second. We had the second that we got from our draft pick in 2023, but that was traded for Chase Claypool. I don't want to be reminded of that. But then we had a second round pick for, I believe, turned into Jaron Dexter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And because we didn't have a first round pick for one of Ryan Poles' drafts because of Ryan Pace's shenanigans. But
bro, I just feel like I just want to get my take on Crosby. I think I already did. I think we should go all in. I think we should go all in on Crosby, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm tired of being like scared. Like, oh, like I don't want to go too much. Like, dude, we got the guy. We finally got the quarterback. I understand we didn't have the quarterback. Don't do that. But we have the guy. You saw the Packers do it, and obviously, look, like it didn't work out this year, but they still got. I still think they're going to be dangerous next year with Micah Parsons, and I think that trade will work out. And the thing is, yes, our secondary is not that good outside of Jalen Johnson, but what could make the secondary not as bad and mask it is getting a guy like Max Crosby and having a great D line, man. I think it's time. Poles has neglected the edge rusher position outside of getting Montez Sweat, who's a decent edge rusher. He's neglected that for the last 4 years. I think it's time to make amends and get the guy in Chicago, Mad Max, and let's recreate the monsters of the Midway. Because I generally think if we have a good defense with Caleb Williams as our quarterback and Ben Johnson as our offensive play caller, Dennis Allen as our defensive coordinator, why not? Why can't we not reach the Super Bowl? Like we're literally a play away from going to the NFC Championship game, and you never know what happens in that game. So I mean, maybe the Seahawks win, but again, we're in the NFC Championship game, one game from the Super Bowl. So, and the Patriots were not a world beater either. So I think we're really close to competing. I think we're a Super Bowl contender, but we got to make some moves in our defense to be in that conversation. But right now, the Rams and the Seahawks are the teams to beat in the NFC, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. I have, I've gone back and forth on Max Crosby and whether I want to give 2 first-round picks or not. And I'm on board. Give me those 2 first-round picks. Like if we make it to Super Bowl, if we're contending for like the next 3 or 4 years, nobody's going to care that it's 2 first-round picks. If we win a ring, I guarantee you nobody will care.
Yeah,
at
no
all.
one will care. Yeah,
no one will care at all. Pick 32, boohoo. Like you want a ring. So. When people want to bring up, Micah Parsons and stuff like that, first off, you can never foresee that kind of injury. If that's the case, then we should just trade for Josh Allen right now, just in case, Caleb Williams gets hurt. Like you can't prepare for those things. Obviously, if it's someone who's like terribly injury prone, like you guys remember Jason Verrett, like he was a guy that was just injured every single year, cornerback for the 49ers. But I mean, unless you got like that level of injury, you can't foresee that thing. So I'm not going to say as much as it pains me to admit, if the Packers did not get injured by Micah Parsons or Tucker Kraft and some of the other star players, there is a world where they could have won the Super Bowl last year. They had a really good team, a top 3 defense, a solid offense to complement that. I can see why Packers fans are so high on 2026 because, like you said, they're still going to be a dangerous team. Micah Parsons is going to come back and however long it takes for him to recover, he's going to be back to his normal self, being a dominant pass rusher. We see people try to say, well, what about the ACL and stuff like that? Listen, Aiden Hutchinson literally freaking turned his lower leg into a pretzel and had his career year with 14.5 sacks. So don't tell me that he can't bounce back. So I think you got to go all in. I've been saying it to some people like Ryan Poles. Love what he's done, but the one thing that he has not done yet is just seriously make a big time risk. You got to do it, man. I've alluded to, defensive tackle play and sort of like patterns when it comes to that. I got another pattern for you. The last 3 of the 4 Super Bowl winning teams had to trade a first round pick to get the guy on their roster. So aside from last year or this year, the Eagles had to trade a first round pick to get AJ Brown, played a key part in Jalen Hurts' year 3 leap. The Chiefs had to trade from pick 27 to pick 10, traded a future first round pick for a quarterback that a lot of scouts believe was a project quarterback, and they went ahead and did it, and it paid off gratefully. And then the Rams traded 4 first-round picks total for Matthew Stafford and Jalen Ramsey. They want to ring off of that. You got to take risks here. Yes, of course, build to the draft if you can, but can we be reminded here that the draft exists past the first round? Okay, cool. We don't have a first-round pick. What about the 7 or 8 or 9 other draft picks that we just saw Kyle Monunga as a 7th round pick become a starting level running back? You think we can't make anybody else work? Jalen Johnson was a 2nd round pick and was the best corner in the league in 2023. Let's stop being scared.
Crosby was a 4th round pick.
Yeah, Crosby was a 4th round pick. Devontae Adams was a 4th round pick. Stephon Diggs was a 4th round pick. Tom Brady 6th or 7th round pick, whatever it was. Dude, I'm not saying, of course, bank on that and just throw away all your picks like nobody's business. But if you're just talking about first round picks, do it. If this is the final piece that pushes you towards contention, why can't you win? And yeah, so what? We have issues in the secondary. Our secondary is good enough to where they're not a liability. Even if you bring back Kevin Byard and you sign maybe like a Nick Cross from the Colts or I don't know, Jabril Peppers or whoever's out there, or I don't care. Or you draft a guy in the secondary, you still got some guys there that can help you out. Like the Packers secondary was atrocious last year, and we saw that got exposed when Parsons got hurt. But they seemed just fine when they had Parsons healthy. It was not a liability at all. So if you got that going for you and you add a guy like Montez Sweat, and then you have a great second option sorry, you had Max Crosby, and then you have a great second option in Montez Sweat, and then you have some solid play from Javon Dexter, maybe some rotational guys from whoever you draft. Dude, why not? Why not do it? Make that move. Ryan Poles, stop being timid, make the damn move. Like I'm setting myself up for the possibility that if we do trade for him, and let's just say for whatever reason it backfires, I'm never gonna trash him for it. To this day, I still don't even trash Ryan Pace for trading for Khalil Mack. The only part of it that I kind of trash is you didn't have the right coach and you didn't have the right quarterback for it. But to his defense, Matt Nagy won Coach of the Year that year. So it's like for that first year, it seemed really good. So I don't blame him at all. He just didn't have the right guys. But now you have the right guys. Now you have the offensive line for the most part. You have Ben Johnson. You have the quarterback. You have the offensive and defensive coordinators. You go all in for Crosby, bro. The sky's the limit.
I agree with you, man. I would not blame him if we don't win a Super Bowl and we make this move, man. I don't care, man. As long as we're competitive, as long as we had a chance to win a Super Bowl, I'm giving Paul's credit for at least pulling the trigger because I mean it takes the only risk I could maybe see him taking that kind of backfired, which is bad, was the Chase Claypool trade because that was risky, a second round pick for him. But I mean, I just think that I agree with you. Like we had the quarterback, we got the offense. Now we just need an enforcer, and I want to assess Dennis Allen as a defensive coordinator because last year I felt like I was on the boat that it was unfair to critique him. Like I said before, it's really hard to have a good defense when you're handicapped and don't have a good pass rush. It's hard. And whenever we blitzed, defenses can easily just I remember that game against the Packers, we blitzed and Jordan Love just passed a quick slant to Christian Watson and he took it to the house. It was just so easy for them to score on us. And it's just we need a guy like Crosby where I remember the Eagles in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, they didn't blitz once and they got pressure on Mahomes every time. We need something like that. Obviously, it's going to take a lot to get that, but Crosby is definitely a step in that direction. And I would not blame Poles if that happens and we don't win the Super Bowl. It's whatever. At least we tried, and I want to be competitive and have a chance to win a Super Bowl. So with his roster, so I think that's the best option.
And one thing too is if you get a guy like Max Crosby, you don't have to have another star there. Look at the look at the Eagles and look at the Chiefs. Their defensive lines center around one-star player and a bunch of solid players or mid players all around that because they can take advantage of the less attention that they're getting. So if you want to go ahead and fill the rest of your defensive line with second and third round picks or guys maybe a John Franklin Myers in free agency or Sheldon Rankins or whoever, that can work because you have Max Crosby. That's fine. You've already got that piece. Now, if you can strike gold on a top level DT or whatever in the second round, even more. But the upside is just too great to just pass up on. And it's only 2 years, 2 years of first round picks. After that, you're right back to having first round picks. Max Crosby still has at least probably 4 to 5 more years of being a pretty good defensive end or even more elite. Even when we thought Khalil Mack was going to be done for when he left, he went ahead and started, was amazing on the Chargers his entire time there. So once you get out of those 2 years, same thing with the Packers, once next year's draft is over, Micah Parsons still going to keep going and they're right back into getting more draft picks. And if we win, even within the next 5 years, it's still a W because you made that move. So I don't know. People that don't want to trade for him, I feel like they're too short-sighted and they're just way too scared of
man.
So what if you got to take risks? Obviously there are sometimes it's going to fail, but what I'm tired of doing is just waiting for Caleb to get paid $70 million a year. And then now we're forced to have to hope that our number 25 pick or our number 28 pick is going to turn into a Myles Garrett or something like that. And that's not realistic. If we were in line for a Reuben Bain or David Bailey, maybe I wouldn't be entertaining this as much, but we don't have that. You can't sit here and say, well, Brian Poles has hit on every first round pick. So then that all of a sudden means that Caleb Banks or Kanan McDonald or whoever, or Cassius Howell, they're going to be all pros. No, if anything, he's due for a miss. And I'm kind of scared of that. I don't want this to be the time where he misses. Get out of that possibility, go get Crosby and worry about the later picks. Just go ahead and do that. And you raise your ceiling, you raise your floor, and you can possibly go ahead and win a ring really soon. As soon as this year, obviously.
Also, those picks were in the top 10. So it's
Yeah.
different. It's
Yeah.
different than picking in 25. But
Exactly what I said. Yep.
Yeah, I was in that camp where I was a little bit skeptical on getting Crosby, especially because I thought that the asking price of 2 first round picks was a little too much. I was okay with one, like this year's first round pick. Like that was my thing. I wasn't like completely opposed to getting Crosby because while I do believe that like it does we need to take risks 100%. I just think that the asking price for the Raiders was a lot, but you guys made some really good points. I just think that I'm a little bit skeptical, but if we end up doing that, if that's what it takes to get Crosby, at the end of the day, especially after so many days and so many weeks of talking about this and everything like that, if that's what the Raiders will have to do to budge, then so be it. Like, they're trying to win now. We're in win now mode, which is so nice to hear after so
Right.
many years. Because I think I really started watching like the NFL like heavily in like 2018, like around the same time as you did, CV. So, but I was like paying attention to what the Bears were doing in a sense. I was a basketball person at the time. But the fact that now this is like the first true Super Bowl window that I'm as a Bears fan has been like truly invested in as like a content creator, as like a huge diehard Bears fan right now. It's absolutely like surreal in my opinion. I never thought I'd see the day. But yeah, you're right. I think that Crosby will definitely help. But the other thing as well. Oh yeah, sorry, you were going to say something?
No, I was going to mention honestly the Raiders side of it too, because I don't think we've touched on that. If I'm a Raiders fan, I'd want this to happen as well. Dude, you haven't won anything with Crosby. Let him go. And I'm not even just saying let him go in terms of like, oh, like free him from the poverty that you are. Like, let him go and get the value, his highest value that he's probably ever going to be right now. If you can get 2 first round picks from, as a Raiders fan, I'd be like, yes, we need to start building for the future. You're not winning a Super Bowl this year with Fernando Mendoza, even if he has a, I don't know, a Jaden Daniels type of rookie season or whatever. Like that entire team, literally the only 2 positions that they've got pretty much solidified is tight end and running back. Like that's about it. Every other part, aside from Max Crosby, is like it needs help. You're not competing this year. Go ahead and load up on the draft picks, get Fernando Mendoza a wide receiver 1 with the extra pick, or even if you want to just replace him with another defensive lineman, at least you kind of reset the clock and put it on Fernando Mendoza's timeline, And so, like, for a Raiders perspective, this makes so much sense to trade him, because if you wait any longer and next year, even if he does good, the dude's turning 30. Like you're just simply not going to get high trade value out of him because of the fact that he's turned 30. And unless he has a Myles Garrett level 30-year-old season, he's just not going to go for the same price he's going for today. So I would move off of him. And if 2 first round picks, yeah, it's steep. People want to say, well, how about a first and a second? Sure. Yeah, that'd be great. But is it really that much more different? Like, we're not talking about a first round pick to a 5th round pick. We're just talking about like 30 more picks. And it's like it's not, in the grand scheme of things, is not that big a deal for what we're going to end up being after that and how much better we're going to be for that. Just pull the trigger.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of wild now. Now that we have like there's a couple of positions, and that kind of leads me to my final point, and we're kind of wrapping up the episode. The main options we kind of talked about it: center, left tackle, and obviously the defensive side of things. One thing for sure is that we have to either invest in getting a left tackle in free agency or a left tackle in the draft. And what I was wondering to know what your opinions are. Like, do you think that which is the more likely option? Do you think we're going to draft another left tackle in the draft, whether it's like mid rounds or later rounds, or do you think we're just going to go get ourselves like, trying to think, I can't even, I'm like blanking right now on who's actually available, but yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on the left tackle spot? Because I think with the injury is going to be something to consider.
And we have Theo still.
Yeah,
Theo
Theo
yeah.
still.
Yeah, so I think he's serviceable. I think he'll be fine. But yeah, we could probably draft one for left tackle.
Oh
I
yeah,
had to rank,
Trent
like,
Williams. Trent Williams. It was it was
I
an
mean,
option.
for the right price,
Yeah, of
Like, he's
course.
old though, but center, I think. I mean, the Tyler dude, and then I think for defense, I mean, I really want Crosby. Obviously, I'm gonna keep saying it until it happens. Crosby, and then I want Cameron Curl. I think he's gonna be a good option to
Yeah.
get maybe. Cam Curl. I mean, he ended our season low key.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't he wasn't he the one that
Yeah,
intercepted Caleb at the
I
end?
know. You got two.
Full
And
circle moment.
I want him. I want him. And you know what's crazy? Crosby also like did crazy against Caleb too, got an interception. So
Yeah.
maybe we need to pair them up on our team.
Like
Yeah. Dude, I was shocked, bro. I'm a little like tangent. I'm shocked, like in the postseason that he threw interceptions, bro. Like he threw 7 all year and then threw 5 in the. I was just shocked. And I know that's not going to be a regular occurrence, but I was shocked. Anyways,
I think
if
it
I
was
had to
just
rank,
like
if I had to rank the options, I think defense is number 1, center's number 2, left tackle's 3. Because I think we still have a backup left tackle, so like we have something to put in. I think center's 2 and then defense 1. We need everything on defense, low key.
Yeah.
Like everything except for corner. I don't know. Yeah.
corner we need another side as
We
well.
just need
because
depth, honestly.
Yeah, depth. Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
You guys
Yeah.
think we should bring back Nishan, right? Or not?
Oh, not at the price tag. I think I'm hearing like it's like a 3-year, 51 million or something like that projection.
Yeah.
Get me out of here with that. No, thank you, bro.
No
It's-
Trayvon Diggs moment, please.
Yep, it literally is literally Trayvon Diggs.
Mhm.
Literally
Look at Al
that.
Harris.
Al Harris University, man. Yo, guess what? He'll do it with somebody else cheaper. If that's
Hey,
if
listen,
that's,
we'll have CJ Gardner Johnson still if we can bring him back.
Oh yeah, I want
stuff
him
like
back.
that, please.
I want him
dude.
back.
I
Two
want
of our
Byard
best
back.
defense. Yes,
Yeah.
dude. Two of
I was
our best
always-
defensive performances were the 2 games that TJ Gardner Johnson and Kyler Gordon both played. Just so you know, the Eagles and the Rams. Like,
You know,
Mhm.
Kyler
only 2 games.
we only lost 1 game with Kyler last year. That
That was the Rams game. Yeah,
Damn.
I-
because like
And it wasn't because of him. Tell you that much. we
Yeah,
held that Rams team.
yeah, he got a sack too against Matthew Stafford as well, which
Yeah.
is and Brisker I think
Brisker
also
played-
got a.
I'll miss him. I'll miss
Yeah.
Brisker, bro.
I'm Miss
I'll
Brisker,
miss
but
him.
he's just not worth the money. You can be asking for like I think like upwards of like 18 million or something like that per season. I'm good off of that.
Yeah, I saw like
you got to be smart with it.
But good draft pick by Poles. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Him and Kyler. That was like his first 2 picks he nailed like in the 2nd
Mhm.
round. But I mean,
just
yeah,
the
we definitely
injury
need to replace him.
proneness.
Yeah, way too.
Cam Curl, bro. Cam Curl.
Cam
Yeah.
Curl, dude. Yeah, I think honestly, yeah, same thing is just defense. It's defense and then just like a huge gap, then center. You know, and I only say center because you actually have 3 good options in McGovern, Tyler B, and Tyler Linderbaum. And then left tackle, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think just go for a veteran. I hear some people talking about like drafting a guy at like the 1st round pick, you know, or like a Caden Proctor or something like that. I hear like, you know, just kind of moving on. Like my thing is like if you're drafting with a high pick, you know, a left tackle, you're essentially moving on from Ozzie already. You're not giving him a chance to come back. Because let's say you draft, you know, Caden Proctor or Monroe Fielding or whoever left tackle could be out there. He's either going to succeed and going to be better than Ozzie and that's it for Ozzie. He's done as a Bear, or he just is relegated to a backup swing tackle, or the dude fails and you just wasted a 1st round pick. Like I'm not comfortable with that at all. I would much rather sign Trent Williams if he gets cut at 20 freaking million or whatever he's going to ask for than to draft a left tackle at pick number 1.
20 million is crazy for 36-year-old though.
Yeah,
But he's like
37 too.
still really good though.
Yeah,
That's
he's
the thing.
elite. But my point is that you put yourself in a really bad situation because you're not even giving Ozzie a chance to come back. You're just saying, oh, well, other people haven't come back, so I'm just going to assume you can't ever do it. And it's just kind of like you're sending a bad message to the team, like, oh, damn, like all it takes is for me to get injured and you're just going to assume I'm never going to be good again. Like, have you no faith in me at all? Like, why not? You know, like give me a chance at least like for a second, you know? And so if he does bad and when he comes back and then you want to go by all means, go ahead. But get a left tackle in free agency, get a stopgap 1-year option. Whoever's out there, I don't care because Joe Tooney's right there on the side. You just need a guy that, you know, would be solid there, especially if the rest of the offensive line is fine. That decision would have been a lot easier to make if we didn't have, you know, Drew Dalman retiring on us, but it is what it is. I still think you just bring in a veteran left tackle. You have him there up until Ozzie comes back. You give Ozzie the respect of being able to come back and try to be the player that we know he can be. And if he doesn't, then you move on. It's not the end of the world. It's not like previous years where you only had Darnell Wright and the entire offensive line needed help. Like at that point, yeah, maybe you do need to draft a left tackle, but we have that luxury right now. We can just wait for Ozzie to come back. Center is going to be pretty easy to fix with whoever we sign. Defense, though, that needs to be like top priority above anything else. Like I don't even want to hear anything else until we get the defense going.
Yeah.
Dude, low-key, I saw your hand like Shamar Turner. Do you think he's gonna be good next year?
You know what? I've thought about that too, and it's just sort of like the unfortunate thing is he was injured all throughout the preseason, didn't even play, and when he did play, he wasn't that great. But that was also just because he was a really raw prospect. We kind of knew that going into the season, so that made sense. And then he gets an ACL injury, which who knows how long that holds him out for. I mean, I spoke to somebody on Twitter about this too. I think 2027 is going to be his year. I don't think it's going to be 2026. I think that rotation of defensive linemen we're going to have, especially with maybe some of the rookies we draft too. I think he's just going to fall in line with some of the rotation. Maybe second half of 2026, you start seeing him on certain downs if he's really good against the run or if he's, on pass rushing downs. God forbid there's an injury, maybe he shows up there. But if I had to really bank on when I think we'll actually see something great out of Turner, if it happens, I think it's 2027, to be honest.
Fair enough. Yeah. I'm looking forward to him coming back as well.
Damn, I need to wear that jersey, bro.
Yeah.
I still have it.
I really hope he's back and like plays at full strength. I think he might be back. I ideally say before training camp, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
the
the timetable. But yeah, I think that covers all the topics. Obviously, free agency is going on. I was hoping, and we had a discussion too, that the Max Crosby news would come during our pod, but unfortunately, I don't see it did. I'd be so pissed if it actually like
a minute after we end, it's just here.
It's just like, oh, Max Crosby got traded to the Bears, and like, oh.
I'd be like, immediately hop on the pod. We're doing this again.
We have to like late night pod, easy.
Right.
That's like the easiest late night pod.
Yeah.
Ever, emergency pod. But
right.
That's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you guys again so much for watching and tuning in. This is a very fun episode to say the least, especially with free agency at the cusp of starting very soon. Obviously, all the trades that have happened so far have not been official or finalized. It's it's a work in progress, but I'm looking forward to start free agency is March 10th?
March 9th, Monday, but finalized on Wednesday. So we'll know all the news on the 9th.
Oh, Monday's legal tampering period.
Yes.
Okay.
That's when all the news, Adam Schefter, that's when he starts posting everything. We'll know everything. And then the 2 days later after that is when it can actually be official.
Okay. That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to that too. But yes, always remember to subscribe to my channel and obviously CV's channel and my brother's channel as well. They have put some good content out there. And yeah, any final words, gentlemen, before we call it an episode?
Max Crosby, baby.
Yes, sir. Amen. All right. We're going to see you guys in the next one.